Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. It's really good to have you here. My name is Sassy Funke and I'm a Nigerian travel and lifestyle blogger based here in Lagos, Nigeria. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also don't forget to hit the little bell notification button right after it. This notification button basically ensures that you are the first to get amazing videos whenever I put them out. So make sure you do that. So today's video was actually inspired from a previous video I put up months ago, which was about my story about being nearly deported. And the video is up there in case you want to watch it again or you haven't watched it already. And a lot of people, I got a lot of feedback from that in terms of people's stories and what happened to them. And a lot of even friends of mine that I've known for years telling me, babe, I was nearly deported too, like twice. I said, a lot of these things are happening and like no one knows about it. No one is sharing it because for whatever reason. But I think it's important to, things that perhaps maybe we're ashamed of, that is not the norm, that it's okay to share it, You never know who you're helping, motivating, anybody that you're actually helping with this. So it's good sometimes to just voice out your experiences to help other people. So born out of that is another story time I'm gonna have for you guys. And the core of the story here was that I was refused boarding on a trip when I was going from London to the US, and the airline refused to board me. And you might think, oh, that's not a story, whatever, but just wait for it. I had a wedding to attend in the US, so I, with about maybe 9 of my friends, went to attend a wedding in the US. We went to the airport. It was a London airport. I can't remember if it was Heathrow or Gatwick, but we went to the airport, and I was the only one at this stage that had a Nigerian passport, so my green passport, and everybody else was British. So they all checked in, but when the check-in help desk assistant checked my passport, the person said to me that, oh, your visa to the US is actually expiring tomorrow. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, oh, no, you can't fly because you're going for 2 weeks and your visa expires tomorrow. And I was like, you know what? I'm a traveler. It was when I was young. I know the rules. I was like, for an American visa, the date at which you actually expires has nothing to do with the dates at which you can stay in the US for. You just have to enter the US before that expiry date, right? And the lady just said, she refused. She just said, no, you're not getting on this flight. And she said, you know what, I'm going to try and call the border force in the US to see if they can basically accept you to go on the flight because they don't want to be liable if I get deported, that word. And I said, okay, call them. Then she said she spoke to them and they said that they shouldn't let me on the flight. I don't think you understand how I felt at this point. I was literally like, all my friends are going on a 2-week vacation. I planned for this for months. I checked with the American embassy before that, okay, my visa is expiring on this date. Can I still travel? I need a new visa. And they said, no, you can travel. So I'm like, what is this person talking about? Joke, be like joke. My friends left and I was by myself. I think I had 2 heavy suitcases. So this is why I should not travel with heavy suitcases. So I took my 2 heavy suitcases, jumped on the train Piccadilly line, I think, and I jumped on it and I went Jubilee line train and I went to Bond Street. And Bond Street station is near where the American embassy is. So I literally dragged my suitcase there from the airport, obviously mad. And I'm thinking, what the hell's happening? So I went there. And of course, if you know the American embassy, no one's going to let you in without an appointment. But I spoke to one of the security people there and told them my situation. And this individual said to me that, oh, that they should let me on the flight, that exactly what you said was true. But I said, what happens now? How do I, how am I going to travel? And he said, well, if you want to get a new visa, your visa expires tomorrow. If you want to get a new visa, the wait is like a month because it's summer, it's really busy. So that's out of the question. And he said, well, the other option for you is to fly tomorrow, or as in fly anytime between now and tomorrow, because the US is behind us in terms of time-wise. When you get there, it will still be tomorrow, if you know what I mean. So I said, okay. So I literally took my suitcase, jumped in a cab, went back home, and my brother was there. And I told my brother the story. And I just said, you know what, forget it. It's just a trip, no big deal. I was like, no big deal. And whoever people that know me, I am tenacious. If I want something, unless God has said it is not for you, I am going to push till I get it, right? So he said to me, this was about, let's say, 8 p.m. in the evening, and he was like, I'm going to spit about this trip. So I called my father and I said to him, Papa, I want to travel. They let me on the flight, but this guy said that there is, you know, if I can travel tomorrow. I checked flights, and flights that were going were like £4,000 pound flight. 4,000. So I remember asking my father, like, oh, give me £4,000 to buy a ticket, and I promised you I will figure out a way to pay you back. My father said, for what? But that sits down. Like, my dad was like, not even having that. Like, this child is obviously going crazy. Then I decided to just check online for like really random tickets for other cities rather than London, and I found a ticket that was going from Birmingham to the US, right? Birmingham, you know, I have never been to Birmingham in my life before, and this flight was leaving tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. in the morning, and by now we're talking about it's 10 p.m. at night in London. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to Birmingham. And my brother was like, are you okay? Are you sure? Like, this is, you know, like, are you sure you want to do this? I was like, you know what, as long as I can go on this trip, if I can go before tomorrow, and this is my chance to go, basically. So anyway, I went and I took an overnight bus, all those mega bus, £5 bus to Birmingham. It took me about 3.5 hours to get there. I got to the airport, and let me tell you something, what happened, guys. I didn't even check which airline it was that I booked, to be honest. I don't know why. I was probably just so like disorientated, and it was the same airline that rejected me in London. So you can imagine me thinking, oh my god, like I am like wasted another like money, another like £600 to get a one-way ticket, you know. Anyway, so I got there, and the lady said to me at check-in, well, your visa is expiring today, so you can't fly. And I said to her, no, I can't fly actually, because I spoke to the embassy, this happened to me, Actually, I didn't tell them that I got rejected the day before. I just kept that quiet. I was like, I'm not about saying anything to bring my case down. And the lady said to me that, no, it's not possible, that I can't fly. I kept on pushing, and she said, you know, she's going to speak to her superiors. By this time, I think it was, the flight was even at 8, it was 10 past 7, and they were like, you can't fly. But I remember something I did. I went online and I printed out the document on the Q&A on the US Embassy website that said actually exactly what I was saying, that the visa, the date of your expiry date is the date at which you can enter the country, not the date. It doesn't restrict the date how long you can stay in the country for. That the immigration officials at the border force in the US will determine how long you can stay for. So I showed them that, and I was like, oh yeah, this is what it is, whatever. They saw it, and they were like, did the American embassy give this to you? I was like, this is what, from their site, I don't know, this is what they said. And I spoke to the guy, this is what they said. Anyway, they came back to me about 7:25, and they said, you know what, it's okay, you can fly. But one thing you have to do is sign this liability, that if you get deported, you are going to refund us the deportation fees, which is approximately £20,000. You know me now, young Sassy, confident. I was like, really? Sign. You know what I mean? I signed. And, you know, I didn't even think for any second that I would ever have to pay that 20K, because I was like, I know my rights. You know what I mean? Anyway, they let me on the flight, and it was like, I don't know about that 8-hour flight. Throughout that, I didn't sleep on that flight. All I did on that flight was I wrote notes of the experience I had, the fact that, you know, they rejected me boarding. As a young girl, I had to experience overnight, you know, bus travel, where I put my life in danger, when I was emotionally distraught. It was like pages of it I wrote. When I arrived in the US, what I did, I didn't go and meet my friends. At the airport, I went to the to the office of this airline, gave them my report. I emailed the CEO. I'd written an email, and I emailed the CEO. That's why I love the UK. You can find CEO emails online. So I don't even email customer service. I emailed the CEO exactly what happened. Fast forward, basically this whole thing. This dragged on for like fighting between. I was like, I'm gonna get lawyers involved, fighting in between for like months. maybe 2-3 months later, they offered me like apology, because first of all, the US, they never spoke to the US board, and they never said that they should reject me warning. Like a lot of things people lied about, and so basically I got paid out. I got paid out for that. And I think the main message for me for this story was that customers, you need to know your rights. You genuinely need to know your rights and not because it's very easy for, corporations are made of people, and people make mistakes, and people can shift that blame to you as a customer because it's just easy to do, and you think, oh, it's a big company. But I think it's important to know your right as a customer, to understand what it is you're getting yourself into, to understand what this contract is, to understand what you're paying for in your ticket. You know what I mean? It's really important. And they paid me off, so they basically all my costs got covered, and extra I got. And I actually wanted to push it and get more. My mother said, don't be greedy now. They've already said apologize, move it on. You know what I mean? Yes, guys, that is my story, another story, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. And yes, I hope you subscribe. I hope you comment. I hope you give it a thumbs up. And more importantly, I hope to see you next time.